There are currently 7.5 billion people on the planet. By 2050, that number is predicted to rise to 9.7 billion, reaching 11.2 billion by 2100. Therefore, the biggest problem that will most likely face our generation and the next is how to feed all of these extra people. We propose that sustainable rooftop farming will revolutionise the way that we confront this problem. Let's talk about water. About 71% of the world's surface is covered with water, and though less than 3% of that is fresh water, and we cannot access over 2/3 of this because it is locked in ice caps or glaciers. Considering that, without including building costs, to desalinate 1,000 gallons it costs $3.06, and that, although this doesn't sound like much, considering that the average person uses between 80 and 100 gallons of water today, you can see how the costs quickly mount up. If we relate this to food, we can take into account that it takes 660 gallons of water to produce one beef burger, and that one walnut takes 4.9 gallons to grow. To put this into perspective, the Americans alone consume almost 50 billion beef burgers per year. That is 33,000 billion gallons of water merely on American beef burgers, meaning 10 trillion 98 billion will be spent every year merely on producing American beef burgers if the water crisis came to such an extent that desalination was the only option. The obvious solution then may seem for everyone to become vegetarian. However, considering that one cow produces 490 pounds of meat, the need for another solution as to how we feed the world will become more apparent than ever. Rooftop farming proposes a sustainable answer to this problem. By using the grey water from its buildings, these farms become almost self-sufficient. We cannot predict the future, but we hope that by 2050 we may see more stability in the world, and there may be less mass human displacement, meaning that we can make the most use of the areas given to us. However, as everyone knows, there's a limited supply of fertile agricultural land around the world, and with a growing population, this will soon be used up to support these people, meaning deforestation will become more common. Another factor in the environment may come from increased energy consumption. In 2013, humans produced and used around 18 terawatts. This equivalent to 5 billion barrels of oil or 1 billion tonnes of coal. The combustion of just 1 tonne of coal creates around 5,720 pounds of carbon dioxide. A continuous energy consumption of this much would create a temperature rise of around 2 degrees every 10 years. However, there are indicators that energy can be produced in other ways other than the combustion of fossil fuels. The carbon footprint of food like vegetable products can be severely reduced by eliminating transport and using biomass energy generated by the waste of the food. And considering that one of Japan's rooftop farms had a 90% successful crop yield in 2015, it can be viewed as the way forward in food production. To conclude, we believe that sustainable rooftop farming will revolutionise the way that the world faces the problem of food related to energy and water consumption, as well as the